Alright, hi. In this video, I just like to speak about mastering your ego and in relevance to gang stalking. And the ego is you know everything that you think is you. Um, Basically, shit like that, right? So it all starts with like your resentments, your anger, maybe your hatred, um, not being able to let things go, always dwelling on the past. Well, you can remedy a lot of these things through self-help techniques that can be researched. Um, I would suggest you get into researching techniques for self-help and do it really religiously. Um, Always be working on yourself and always be avoiding like spending your money and shit and um, you want to save your money because the main goal of it is to leave you destitute and broke, and you don't want to get there. So basically, what you want to do is you want to save your as much money as you can while you have it. Um, you don't have room for impulse buys or random spendings. Save every last red cent you have. Um, because you never know when there might come an emergency and you might need that money. So that's another thing. And uh, so how do you deal with the day-to-day struggle, the day-to-day harassment, the day-to-day stalking, the day-to-day stuff? Well, in relation to people, well, you have to have a strong opinion of yourself and not care what people think of you. Um, Even though it's a crowd of people, like the way I see it like they're just idiots. They're just fools, and they're misled, and um, they're kind of not really with it, you know. And you have to see things in this way. You have to see things in a way where like um, you just aren't gonna give in. You're gonna keep going. Um, that's a good mentality to have, and um, you know, still do what you can to help people. Um, Even though mostly everyone has turned on you, it still feels good to help people. Always be working towards something to keep your mind off this stuff. I would recommend you get out and face it every day. You don't create a prison for yourself by hiding in your house from the harassment. I would recommend you buy a bike, hop in your car, whatever it is for you, and go out and face the day-to-day gang stalking. And as you face it more and more, you get more and more used to it, and it becomes just routine, and the shock and awe kind of wears off, and you know, yeah, it's gang stalking is all a game of the mind. It's just depends on how strong your mind is and how much shit and abuse you can take, your pain tolerance, and you need to think of yourself in a way where you have high pain tolerance and you can take a lot of shit and abuse. So that's how you survive. You gotta eliminate almost every negative aspect about yourself because there's no room for it anymore. Um, it In order to be able to survive this, you got to be on the top of your game, like mentality wise, and you know you got to avoid falling into traps. Because they lay out many traps for you, and you just need to recognize them when you see it and step away. Would be the best thing you could do, and you know, it's a thing where like you gotta be able to let go of your past life, let go of how things were before things went overt and you were overtly gang stalked. Um, And that's a hard thing to do, but it is possible. I have achieved it, and it's a thing where, like, there's no room to hate people. There's no room to build up resentments. There's no room to get angry, and it's very possible to quell your anger and keep it in check and not become angry. Um, it is very possible, so don't make excuses there. Don't make excuses for yourself. Always take responsibility um, for how you perform mentally, and it's 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 a good thing to do that. That being said, as well, I'd like to say exercise regularly. Um, Start an exercise regimen if you're a beginner. Just buy cheap weights. Start there. I would recommend 30 minutes a day. Don't go to gyms. Don't go to any of that shit. Just build your own home gym. It's pretty cheap. It'll take a long time to build one, but just buy it bit by bit. And exercise, it lowers your cortisol and raises happy hormones like endorphins and serotonin and dopamine, and it keeps you in a good mood. And let's speak about mood for that matter. There are many ways you can boost your mood, exercise being one of them. Another is taking lion's mane mushroom or any other supplement that may boost your mood. So search up supplements that can boost mood. Um, you want to avoid drugs. Um, you want to avoid substance abuse because it deteriorates your frontal cortex, and that's where all the thinking happens. That's where all the rational decisions come from, right? So staying away from substances. If you have a history of substance abuse, I know it's hard, and it's going to be especially hard to quit now that you are under this amount of stress. But what I would recommend is that you have to be willing to suffer through it to get to the other side, and be clean while this shit is happening to you, because it it'll really send you down the wrong path and towards where they want you. So stay away from substances. Me personally, I smoke cannabis and I have the odd drink here and there, but I keep the alcohol to a minimum and the cannabis to a minimum as well. Currently, I am trying to quit smoking cigarettes. If you have any addictions like these, I would tell you to try to quit them as best you can. Um, that being said, you want to do documentation. So document almost everything you can. Um, the cameras throw them off because they're trying to hide this evil. So whenever you're in a bind, it's very useful to have a pair of camera sunglasses, or say when you leave your house, keep all your important things in one room, and run a body camera in there, on constant record, not motion record, because that is it doesn't help. Maybe a trail camera, anything to avoid them moving shit around in your house and stealing shit and all this, right? The bullshit they do. So yeah, um, that would be the close to my video. More videos will be coming. Um, to anyone who still watches me and does those things, you are appreciated. Thanks for watching, and you guys take care. Have a good day, stay strong, and keep pushing. Alright, guys.